Hi, and welcome to the Guy Dawson Show. I am Renee Adams, and I am here with Cheryl, our lovely PR person, and also Louis Cordone, and he is with Freedom Mortgage, and he's going to also explain to us all about mortgages and what it's like in today's market as well. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we're going to start off with Cheryl and her telling us a little bit about what she's been up to.
Oh, we are. Okay. So, well, since anything I talk about always ends up with dogs, I'm going to talk about some upcoming events that we've got with Hearts Alive Village, which is the animal rescue that I work with.
Oh, fantastic.
It's amazing. If you haven't already been there, and now that I know that you need a cat, we'll get there. We're at 1750 South Rainbow Boulevard. And that's just south of Charleston. So come visit us. We've got cats, dogs, and pet supplies, and all of the money goes right back to the rescue.
How often do you get, like, new animals?
As soon as we have room for them, we get more. So we've got a couple of cats coming in this week from Henderson Animal Shelter.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, we just pulled 2 little dogs that somehow got adopted before I even got to see them. So that's wonderful. So we have room for more.
That's nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, and then you said you have had a cat for 22 years.
We had a cat
so
for 22 years, just recently passed. Well, it's been almost a year. But I think the next time around I'm going to go for a dog, but not yet.
There you go. So that's a good start off to the show.
I'm going to get a dog.
All right.
There you go. So tell us a little bit about mortgages today and what you do in your...
Basically, what Freedom Mortgage does is, well, let's talk about Freedom Mortgage first. Freedom Mortgage is the largest non-bank mortgage company in the country. What I mean by non-bank, we're not B of A, Wells Fargo, but as far as a mortgage company, we're number 1 in the country.
Okay.
We did, I found out yesterday, we do $3 billion a month in business nationwide.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
We are in all 50 states,
Okay.
but I want to talk about Las Vegas. I don't care about North Dakota. You know, so
Nothing against you guys in North
I've
Dakota.
been doing this for 22 years. We are basically a conventional FHA, VA, rural, type of company. You know, we do the Fannie Freddie type business. Everybody, they're saying it's harder and harder to apply for a loan. Actually, it's not.
Okay. And why do you think it's not hard? Like,
it's not hard because all we did was went back to basics. You know, after 2008, when they were giving away loans, a little kid in a lemonade stand would say, "You want a mortgage?" I don't know if you remember those days.
Oh yeah.
Those days are over, obviously. So now what we're doing is just basically back to the way it always was, except for that short period of time. The credit score, we go as low as 580 in a credit score.
Wow.
We have grant programs. We have the Home is Possible program.
Home is Possible?
Yes, it's a 3% program. Grant money. You have to qualify, and the qualifications are very easy. You got to have a minimum of a 640 FICO score. Debt ratio cannot exceed 45%.
Okay.
And what was the last one? Debt ratio, FICO score, and you cannot make more than $95,500 a year.
Okay.
Combined income.
Now, why do they call it the Home is Possible?
No, not homeless. Homes is
Oh,
possible.
there you go.
There you
I
go.
was totally off. I'm like, homeless, and then we're talking about a 640.
No,
Well, if you don't pay it, then homeless
That's
is
Yeah.
possible.
the other route that I was going to go.
Yes, it's
Okay.
homes is possible. It's for
Okay.
people, and the criteria is very easy, like I just explained. And it's not just for first-time home buyers; it's for everybody.
Okay, good.
The only thing, you can't own another home. You have to not own a home. That's the only criteria.
Okay. So it's similar to the ones about
Nevada grants,
programs
yes.
about
The one
the
we carry-
first-time home buyers,
Right.
But it's
Well,
set
it's
up a little different.
But it's not just for first-time home buyers; it's for everybody. You could have owned 10 homes, but if you don't own a home now, you
Right.
could apply for it.
Right. Okay. That is good to know. And actually, I used to be a loan officer, so I
There
kind of
you
know
go.
a little bit about the mortgages, but that's where I started out at. So I kind of understand a little bit about Freedom Mortgage, Freedom Mortgage too, because it's been around for a while.
Yes, it's been around for 25
just
years.
mortgages in general, I am very familiar with as well.
During a time when there's so many people with bankruptcies on their record, how does that factor into the mortgage process these days?
Bankruptcies after 2 years after discharge on FHA.
Okay.
That's not that's probably the easiest one.
Okay.
2 years after discharge. So, but you have to reestablish some credit.
Right.
Some people get secured credit cards, buy a car or whatever. As long as you have three traits of credit, it's pretty easy.
So what makes you guys different?
Me, no.
No, it could be true. I want to know about that story too.
What I do, okay. I can only answer for myself, but we have a great company and a lot of loan officers there are very professional. But what I supply is old school service. Okay. You know, it's with the new technology, of course. I call my clients back. They get to talk to me. I give them my cell phone number. They call me on a Saturday. They call me on a Sunday. The last week was my birthday. I got 3 phone calls, and it wasn't to wish me happy birthday. Okay. But you know what? It's part of the business. Right. It's part of the business. That's what we do. Yeah. You know, people don't want to talk to machines.
Right.
Okay? They don't want to say, you know, hi, thank you for calling this bank, press 1, press 2. You know, I answer the phone. Hi, this is Louie.
Right.
They know they're talking to their loan officer. You know, I don't, I text them when I have information. I email them. Let them know what's going on, keep them posted on what's going on. Okay. So to them, it's very important. It keeps them in the loop. You know, we keep the buyer's agent and the seller's agent in the loop. This way they always know.
Right.
You know.
Now, what about some of your worst case scenarios that you may have thought in the beginning that you couldn't help out, but then there was some kind of secret or behind the scenes kind of thing? What can you tell us about that people, you know, some people out there may be wondering, like, my credit is just...
Well, you know what? It's beyond credit sometimes. Sometimes credit is so bad. I'll give you an example. I had a client that had a 580 credit score. Not the best in the world, but we'll do a manual underwriting for 580. There's a good 580 and a bad 580. I will explain to you. And this is the way an underwriter, in my opinion, looks at it. A good 580 is somebody who got injured, was out of work for a year. Of course, no money's coming in. Things fall back. But you know what? They're back to work. They're making their payments again. They have a history of catching up and making their payments. But unfortunately, the credit score hasn't caught up. That's a good 580. Okay. Underwriter looks at it and goes, you know what? This makes sense to me. Right. A bad 580 is somebody who just doesn't care less.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't pay their credit cards on time.
Yeah.
Can care less.
Absolutely.
You know.
Okay. So people have, you know, choices and options with you.
Absolutely. You know, call me. Let me give you my number, and you'll be hearing it a few more times. It's 702-203-7920. That is my cell number. You call me on my cell. I will answer any question that you might have. 702-203-7920. And my email address is Louie, L-O-U-I-E, dot, don't forget the dot, Cordone, C-O-R-D-O-N-E, at freedommortgage.com. And that's Freedom Mortgage, not the initials, just the whole word.
Okay. What do you suggest for people that are just starting out and maybe they want to plan for a home in the next couple of years?
Well, the first thing you do is obviously, let's start with the credit. Credit's number one priority because that's all we have. That's the history of your life. Maintain your credit, pay your bills on time, build up your credit score. Because the better the credit score, the better the interest rate. It's all based on credit score. Right. The second thing is, you know, if you want to buy a house, in the Vegas market, you're looking at $200,000 to $250,000 on an average price home. So figure 3% to 5% of that. Those are your savings. Then you also have closing costs too, which a lot of people don't realize that there's closing costs involved in a home. The good thing about Freedom Mortgage and money, we can help you with your closing costs. Okay, so even if you have like 3 to 4%, you know, you want to put down, call me. You know, I'll be more than happier to help you maybe work it out where, you know, I can help you with your closing costs. And last but not least, I know we have to go to break. Last but not least is make sure your job stability. 2 years in the same profession.
Okay, great. All right, so we're going to go on to commercial, and we'll be back with more from Freedom Mortgage and Cheryl and myself to give you a little bit more updates about what's going on. We'll be right back.